Hello again guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Dina. In this video we'll chat about the zigzag or fishbone cactus. Just an update on how the plant is growing in the past 2 years. It is not a very common plant. I got mine from a garden shop up in the hills. You might find one in a local garden shop, but it will likely be a tiny single cutting. It is important to note that there's so many species of cacti out there. Before I got into plants, I thought of cacti only as the weird looking prickly plants in the deserts. But there are so many species like the fishbone cactus, for example, that grow in different habitats. The desert cacti are native to arid desert landscapes like the deserts of the Americas. These cacti have succulent stems, pads or branches. They have scales and spines instead of leaves, and they have thick, waxy layers on their stems which help to minimize water loss. The jungle or forest cacti, on the other hand, are a group of cacti that prefer higher humidity and the dappled light environment of the rainforests. They have succulent stems or pads instead of leaves like the desert cacti, but most jungle cacti have no spines. This unique plant is a variety of forest or jungle cactus. Botanical names are Epiphyllum anguliger or Disocactus anguliger. Easier names to remember are zigzag or fishbone cactus because of the shape of the stems. I have learned it will have showy flowers. I have yet to see. The zigzag cactus is native to the rainforest of Mexico. It is also an epiphyte, meaning it grows on the surface of other plants in their natural environment. It has smooth, lush green stems. The younger stems have soft spines and they are gone as the stems mature. My zigzag cactus is still in its original pot, but I changed the potting medium 2 years ago. It is growing in a chunky mix with some orchid bark, and I had no further issues with rotting stems after I changed the soil. However, the next time I repot, I will be using a clear pot, skip on the bark, and add some horticultural charcoal to the mix instead. The stems will soften and look a bit wrinkly when the plant is dry for too long. That rarely happens. I usually water the plant when the top part of the soil feels dry, but sometimes I have doubts with this method. Is the soil wet or just cold because it's winter? I will then feel the weight of the pot, whether it feels light, heavy, or something in between. I tend not to water until I'm more certain. And this is the reason why I want to repot this into a clear pot, because I can see the soil moisture and it helps me decide when to water my plant. If I don't have rainwater available, I use tap water. I have a 5-liter pressurized watering sprayer, and I just let the water sit in there for a day before using it. And there was no need for extra humidity for this plant, even in the dry, hot days. I have liquid fertilizer mixed in the water, and the plant gets fertilized each time I water in the warmer months. The zigzag cactus is in an area where it gets a lot of bright indirect light, about 12 to 14 hours in the warmer months and 6 to 8 hours in the colder months. I have used supplemental lighting before in its first winter here in my home, but after that it's all natural light. It does look healthy. The stems look lush and shiny. There are no soft yellow or brown stems, but look at the shape of the zigzag. This stem here has a nice even zigzag shape, whereas this stem is uneven. See where it has a larger rounded stem here? My thought was maybe it needs more light than it's actually getting. Some gentle direct light even. That is something I will try next spring. I found propagation easy. I took a lot of cuttings from mature stems and propagated them in cocoa peat. I have not used rooting hormones in my propagation, but all the cuttings rooted well. These are the propagated cuttings with the mother plant. I am happy I don't have to deal with any pest issues. I sprayed the plant with water to wash the stems and wash away any pests that may be hiding in the crevices. It's generally an easy plant to grow and one that will continue to delight as it grows, especially when it flowers. I gave the plant my version of a jungle forest-like environment in my home. It was not the best, but I can make changes this year and hopefully see more growth next summer. The plant can grow to about 2 to 3 feet in diameter, and it may flower then when it gets to that size, or maybe when it gets to about 3 years old. That is definitely something to look forward to. And that is all for today. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment and press the bell icon. I'll see you again in the next video.